What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Super Otaku Show. As always, I am joined by Taylor Maid Otaku. How you doing, Taylor?
Poppin'.
The shooting star sheriff himself, Sharif. How you doing?
Hey, yo, what's going on, guys?
And my Roman half. How you doing, Aaron?
Doing great.
Man, I feel like it's been way longer than like just a week off. Like I feel like we haven't like seen each other in weeks. I don't know if is it just me? Is it because like
It's because we all haven't been together in several months.
that makes sense actually. Yeah, what have you guys been like watching? What have you guys been into? I know like today is our like summer review and like fall. What are we looking forward to episode? A little bit late, but what have you guys been into outside of that? Or inside of that, I don't care. What anime are you into? I want to know.
Well,
Everybody's super quiet. They're just like...
Here's the thing. Last season, I didn't watch much of anything. I'm not gonna hold you. I tried, couldn't do it. Let's see. I did watch something. What did I watch? Oh, it was new stuff from this season that I've been watching.
We're gonna get into it later, but it's funny. Like, I was sitting here today. I was bad and I left all my homework for today. And so I was doing all my homework, and then I was like looking at like the My Anime list, and like looking at like last season, and I was like, I don't like any of this. And I was looking for this season, I was like, I like so much of this. So I don't know. I guess it's because it's summer. They just like they leave all the stacked deck for fall, winter, and summer. They're like, what's left?
Summer is supposed to be the fan service anime. That's when we're supposed to get that. Because beach episodes.
That's all I wanted. I ain't getting
That's
none
all
of
I
that.
needed.
Sharif, Aaron, how about you guys? You've been watching anything, reading anything? Aaron, you should read Horimiya, because Nina has like all of them now.
Yeah, she also just got a bunch of she also just bought a bunch of the manga for Rent a Girlfriend, which is a show she kind of binged through. So now she has some of the manga for that. Yeah. I should read some manga eventually. I've been so lazy lately. I'm just getting back into seeing movies, really. I haven't watched enough anime, really. I was kind of upset. This last month, there was a bunch of films playing in this thing called Fantastic Fest here in Austin. And they were premiering the new anime by the guy that did Summer Wars.
Oh, they had Belle?
Yeah, that played, and I completely missed it. I don't know if it's going to get a stateside release after that. I hope so. I completely missed that. I was really upset. So, yeah, no anime to report, unfortunately. I watched a weird movie last night called Phantom of the Paradise. If Dalton was on this channel, Scott, Dalton would have like a million things to say about Phantom of the Paradise. I almost guarantee it. It's as if Rocky Horror Picture Show meets Phantom of the Opera. It is the most campy, ridiculous 70s movie I've ever seen, and it was glorious. And the soundtrack is actually it's a bop. I love it. So, yeah, I went to go see that, and then I went to see The French Dispatch today. I'm going to go see Dune this next week. We're going to go see the My Hero movie on November 4th. I'm going to watch that with Scott.
Right?
What's that?
Dune is tomorrow, right?
Dune is tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to go see Dune tomorrow.
I'm going to have so much coffee.
I'm going to go see Last Night in Soho on Thursday night, the new Edgar Wright film.
Going to see Last Night in Soho without me? That's rude.
I am, because we're like leaving the very next day, and they were limited tickets.
Friends.
But I'm also taking you to the My Hero movie, so you shut your trap. My Hero World, I don't remember what it's called. They're secret agents operating in America is the premise, I think. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. They have the cool outfits this time. The outfits that they should keep for the rest of their
cool
careers.
Spy get up. Sharif, you look like a little like in and out of it there, man. You look as tired as me and Taylor should be.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What have you been watching, Sharif?
Is that the goat in the back?
So yeah, that's the Wing Zero. It's finished. He chills over there now. So I think I'm halfway through the Baki Hanma, so I'm still watching through that. I'm still watching Blue Period as that comes out, as they release episodes on Netflix on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think episodes come out weekly on that. Finished, watched all of Shaman King reboot. Did that. Let's see. Is there anything else? I watched the one anime movie, Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. I finally got to finish it. That was
Yeah,
a really,
what'd you
really
think of
cute
that?
movie. Really enjoyed that. It was pretty good. I think if you like
It's like
if you like movies like 3 centimeters per second, if you like Your Name, if you like those types of movies, pretty good.
I was gonna say I agree with Super Eye Patch Wolf's new video where he mentions that one. That one is very much just like, I am recommending this for the aesthetic only. The art style is vibrant. It's really cool looking. But as story wise, I was like in and out. I didn't really care. But I was like, this is a cool looking movie though.
Very.
Yeah, I've been like all over the place. I didn't watch too much anime this week.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got like the vibrance of like Ponyo. If you've ever seen the Ponyo movie.
Sharif is big lag right now, man.
Yeah, this is a big old lag.
That was
It's like
a hell of a
full-minute
lag.
No, like I left like a big pregnant pause and stuff, being like, okay, like Sharif is good, and then there was the response. Woo! We gotta figure this out. Discord. Be better. Be better.
I'm gonna whoop his ass though. He finished the goat and didn't send me pictures.
That's rude.
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Oh man. I guess to like finish out my train of thought, like I had been this past week I watched a lot of TV because Apple TV gives you like infinite months free if you have certain devices. Like, oh, you got a new phone? Here, have like 3 months of Apple TV. Oh, you happen to have a PlayStation 5? Here, have 6 months free. Yeah, they just do that.
I didn't finish the Twin Cannons.
Gotta get those. This is gonna be a weird episode. Sharif, do you want to try going Sans video this week? See if maybe that fixes your audio lag. He'll get that in a minute.
This man said I didn't finish the cannons.
He wouldn't dare show you an unfinished product. That's real dedication.
Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping like if he just drops to like audio only, like maybe that'll help him out.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
fine. Your
brutal
ass
line.
has been spared.
So
It's not
Now
really
he's
the goat,
frozen,
no.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no.
this is scary.
He's just really good at freeze tag.
Yo, what if that's like a secret power of Sharif's, is that he is actually like a world-class freeze tag player?
Unbeatable.
Yup. Are there freeze tag like world championships? Do you guys think that's a thing?
There are tag world championships.
That would be amazing.
No, I'm not joking. There are tag championships, like professional tag.
That's amazing. When is our tag anime coming out?
I don't know. Probably.
They would make it some like ridiculous. Hey, the aliens are coming. And to keep them from destroying our planet, we have to win a colossal game of tag.
Yeah.
If you get tagged, you have to stay there.
That'll just be the new season of Squid Game.
Speaking of
just
Squid Game, I still haven't watched Squid Game.
Me neither.
Neither is Scott. I think I'm the only one who's watched Squid Game here so far.
Yeah, like
That's the thing. The more people talk about it, the less I care.
Which is,
weird how
I
that
guess
works.
that's a thing that some people do. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to get aboard the hype train. You want to wait until people are done talking. Finally get to it.
Like it's not even that. I don't want to be that guy that's like my friend who just like last week said, "Dude, I found this fantastic anime. It's called Jujutsu Kaisen." And I was like, "Yeah, you're about a year late, dog. You're almost exactly a year late."
How wild is it that
but, like,
Kaisen is already a year old?
I guess that's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild, actually.
I try to discourage people from being too like worried about the timing of when they watch TV shows. Like, you get to it when you get to it. That way, like, if you find something, like, I just watched Phantom of the Paradise for the first time. I'd never heard of this film in my life. This is from the 70s. I just watched it. I'll rave about it to anybody who listens. That was a fun ass movie. I don't mind. But yeah, maybe it can feel a little drowning out when everybody's like talking about it and won't shut the hell up about it.
Yeah. It's one of those things to where it's like, yo, if I hear it from one person, I'm like, okay, I'll put it on the list. But when literally everybody's like, yo, this is so amazing. It's one of those things to where I know people are gonna hype it up, and my expectations is this is gonna be a 10 out of 10. But in reality, it's like maybe like a 7 out of 10. It just looks
Like
really
it being
cool.
Demon Slayer, where everybody's like, "It's the greatest fucking thing in existence," and I watched it, and I was like, "That was in fact an animation."
I would here. I'll lower your expectations slightly. Squid Games is like a solid 8 out of 10 up until the last episode. Then it's more like closer to a 7 out of 10. I'm not saying the last episode is bad. In fact, most of the last episode is amazing. It just, I don't necessarily like how it concludes its narrative. But that might be because I think Squid Game is going to have multiple seasons. Like, they're going to do more Squid Game related things. So I'm not too sure.
Gotcha. But yeah, no.
Hi, fiance.
Nina's just roaming in the background.
Hi.
She can't hear you.
Damn it.
They're saying hello. You can come say hello. Say hello.
Anyway, yeah, so I was bad this last week, and I watched a bunch of stuff on Apple TV, like Mythic Quest and Ted Lasso. But I did watch all of Baki Hanma, like the day it came out. I watched Mushoku Tensei. I watched that whole first season. I'm starting to realize that I like really good isekai and really mediocre isekai, because the mediocre ones are like junk food. Like I can just put them on. Like the way that like when you play like a video game that you know it's not the best one, but you just have fun. Like a Dynasty Warriors, you're like, this is just like I can relax and not care.
Isn't it the best game if it's fun?
Yeah.
Has it not succeeded in its primary objective?
Maybe mediocre isn't the worst way, but like maybe like generic is the better term. Like I like the.
I forgot. Speaking of video games, sorry to cut you off.
Oh no!
Speaking of video games, I'm not a gamer. you could ask Shreve. I'm not a gamer. I play like 2 games a year. That's been cut down to 1 game a year, and I hate that game. It's mad. But I decided to branch out into the world of RPGs, and I bought Tales of Arise.
How you liking it?
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded it on Wednesday. I bought it and downloaded it on Wednesday. I played it that Friday because I was like, just gonna leave it here. It's there. It's not going anywhere. $65 is just gone now. It's here, right here. Mm-hmm. And I started playing it. And before I started playing it at midnight. Before I knew it, it was 7 a.m. And I was like, oh shit, I can't do this every day. Where did that, where does the time go?
The curse of the gamer.
I'm just running around, just doing random stuff. I'm forgetting that this is an RPG, and I'm running past the monsters I'm supposed to fight to level up. And I'm just running past, like, how do I level up in this game? And I'm like, right, RPG. I gotta kill those things. So I go, I start killing those things, and then we run into like one enemy, and the party member, I forget her name. She's like, no, don't do it. Let's avoid that one. So I was like, okay, cool. So I avoided that one. And then we ran into another one, and she was like, don't fight that one. And I was like, I'm going to fight that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to fight it. And I almost died. But I won. I beat it.
So, fun fact, if you fight the first one, the actual first one in the game, she says don't fight, it's like level 40.
Yeah.
Like I went back because I tried to fight it because normally those monsters are like optional, really powerful monsters on the field. They're like about on par with like the area boss or a little stronger than the area boss. But that one for some reason is just at the beginning of the game. It's like level 40. Like I'm about halfway through the game and I still can't beat it. So like I've beaten every other one of those field bosses that you come across in one shot.
Yeah.
And I can't beat that fucker.
I got to the point till past where you beat like the fire dude, which kicked my ass, by the way, because I don't know how to play RPGs. But
that last part is really tough. Like the second half of this fight, like because everything just chunks your health. It's rough.
It's true. But I saw somebody else play Tales of Arise, and she told him, "Hey, don't fight that thing." He's like, "I'm gonna fight that thing," because I'm confident in my abilities. He was level 7. That he started fighting and it said level 48 or something. What was it? Level 45?
It's like 45 or some shit, yeah.
Like 45. He's like, oh god. And then it one-shotted him and he said, oh, this was a mistake. Heal me, please. And then she healed him. And then the thing one-shotted her. And he's like, I'm in trouble. And he died in like a minute and a half. And I said, yo, it's a good thing I didn't fight that thing.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking video games, first off, Sharif, can you hear us? Are you a real boy?
You're muted right now, just in case. Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Because we're gonna move into the news. And
I think I'm.
Yeah. I was just gonna say
I'm gonna have to be a disembodied voice. Oops.
I understand. But we're gonna move into the news, and I know one of the big pieces of news that we did miss before we get into the really sad news. It's gonna make me a big sad panda. Is the Demon Slayer game came out, and I figured you can give us a quick review of it, since I believe you're the only one of us that has it. So, Sharif, what are your thoughts on Demon Slayer?
Really? Am I? Oh, yeah. I'll talk to you about Demon Slayer, because it's funny that we're talking Demon Slayer, because I actually, my first video on Demon Slayer went up like late last night. It's fun. If you like Storm, you like CC2, CyberConnect 2 stuff, this game's right up your alley. It takes all of the strongest aspects of Storm 4 as far as the battle system, as far as like how they did cutscenes and the QTEs and stuff. It takes a lot of like the strongest aspects and it plays right into Demon Slayer perfectly. It does also use Demon Slayer's art style and stuff like that as well. So like when they're using when Tanjiro's using like the water attacks, it has like that that almost kind of like mosaic type painting effect. It's really cool. CC2 has really outdone themselves with this game. I like too that this game has more fighting game mechanics, more traditional fighting game mechanics than Storm had. Like there's like a parry or like a push block, and then there's actually like a set timer for how long you can actually chain a combo. So there's like you can't ever really do like an infinite loop type thing. So there's a lot of coolness about it. It's cool. I haven't unlocked all the characters. I think I'm only on like the 3rd arc or something right now. It's when you fight the demon with the bongo drums. So I'm there right now. So it's a lot of fun. It's fun to re-experience it. It goes all the way up to the Mugen Train movie. So fun stuff if you like Demon Slayer. So if you like Demon Slayer, it's an automatic cop. So fun game. Cool.
That sounds cool about the fact that you can only do so many combos, because in the show they make it a big deal about the reality of fighting for the Demon Slayers. It's like a very physically taxing thing to have to do multiple move sets. Like one of my favorite parts is when Tanjiro is fighting the dude with like the arrows that shoot out of his hand, and he has to keep doing combo after combo to try and avoid the toll of that what the arrows are going to do to his body. But by the end of it, he's so exhausted he can't move just because it's constant breathing techniques. I don't know. That's a really cool mechanic to add to the game.
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
No, it's really cool too, cause there's actually a meter like there's not like a substitution jutsu or there's not like a substitution or like a dodge like a perfect dodge mechanic in the game. There's a perfect block, but it's cool that like there's like a meter for like your breathing arts, and once and like it's like finite and it doesn't charge and it takes a while for it to charge. You start with it full, but it goes into the whole like you can't like chain things infinitely. So it's really cool to kind of have the breathing styles kind of incorporated into it and have it like they're not spammable, but they're super useful when you get like openings and stuff like that. So it's cool. Fun game.
Cool. Well, next up on the list is probably the story that most major anime fans heard this week. Very sad news is that Chris Ayers, most well known as the voice of Frieza for basically the last 2 decades, taking over for Linda Young, passed away this week. He was only 56. He's had COPD, which is a like pulmonary disorder, for several years. There's been a ton of Kickstarters. A lot of fans and awesome people in the anime community did their best to help him get help, and they did what they could. But like it was what it was. It's real sad. There will be nobody to tell those filthy monkeys that they are what they are anymore, and it bummed me out. It was a very sad way to start the week. I was like, Frieza's gone, the greatest villain of all time, ultimate evil emperor.
Well, taking us out of that sad bit of news, the teaser trailer for Cowboy Bebop dropped. Not the opening credits they dropped, but the teaser trailer was so fucking
saucy.
Good.
It's
so
saucy.
good. Like my biggest critique was that the actors felt a little stiff at times, but part of me felt like that could also be because of the way they had to shoot this very technically challenging teaser trailer.
Yeah.
But the content itself is unreal. I know that the show is not gonna like look and feel that way. I feel like that's just part of the promotional material. I do hope they keep some of the elements though, because like shooting in such a fun, overly stylistic way, I don't know, I feel like that would really add something to the show. There's no point in just doing a really grounded version of Cowboy Bebop. That would be kind of boring. Like, I don't know, keep stuff like the part where Spike is fighting the dudes with the staff, and it's like goes into the point of view of the staff, just like knocking them all across the face. It's like, that's cool. I like that. That's fun. But yeah, real cool stuff coming out of the Cowboy Bebop team.
Is it bad that my favorite part of that trailer is when they were like, Spike, what are you doing? And he's like, there's always time for noodles.
Yeah, it's like we eat first, and then she throws
there's always time for noodles.
I love how she throws the noodles, like the scene transitions and she tosses the noodles at the bad guy. He's like, oh.
I think it's also bad I have yet to actually play that trailer with sound.
That's a travesty.
I was like sitting there and I was like mystified about how dope that it looked. I couldn't move my thumb to go click sound.
I think my favorite part is near the beginning actually, with the way the camera moves, where he's like, I got him. He's like, that's not the bounty, and Valentine's like, I got him. He's like, that's not the bounty either. I like just the way the camera like moves between them is really fun. I was like, oh, that's great.
It is. It has so many hot transitions.
So good.
That only I can imagine how much it actually took to actually film that. To go, hey, stand right here and don't move. now stand right there and don't move.
Actually, they probably didn't have to wait very long, because they got that was most likely shot with these it's basically this like 4-axis giant robot arm with the camera attached to it, and they program it exactly where to be at what time. So they say move, the camera goes and it just moves to the next spot, exactly where it's supposed to be.
Technology is crazy.
It's so cool. I love those things. If I could afford a most likely $200,000 giant robot arm camera, I'd have one.
Wouldn't we all?
We wouldn't know what to do with it, but it would just be in here.
It's just in there, just like, ha, go over there.
Brah.
I can do things.
To be fair, you can do that with drone technology. You can have your drone go to specific points.
See, I didn't know that. I don't have a drone.
That's spooky.
Spooks.
Well, I only have two additional quick pieces of info. One, Taylor dropped to us last night, and I was really excited. And it's that Don't Toy With Me must...
My birthday.
Yeah! That's what Taylor sent us. Like, just, it had to be the second this announcement dropped, is that Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagataro, has been officially greenlit for a second season. So I'm real excited about that. More shenanigans will be coming our way. We don't have any concrete info on it yet, though. It was literally just announced at an event the other night, being like, "Hey, we're making another one," and it came with a
That's
cool,
all I care about.
art piece. Yeah, take your guest time, get it out when you get it out. And the last thing that I have, if you guys have other things, feel free to tag them on. But as somebody who's a huge Hajime no Ippo fan and feels that it is grossly underrepresented in the West, I'm really excited. There are 2 episodes of Ippo that have never actually been available here, ever. Despite the fact that it was from the anime run from 20 years ago. That was dubbed. Episode 76, which is the technical last episode of that series, and the OVA, which is a really good match between one of the main cast of characters and one of the main rivals from early in the season. It's a really cool fight. Both of those are now up on Crunchyroll. Also, all of Ippo is up on Crunchyroll now, and it makes me happy. Guys, go watch both Ippo series. If you like really good shonen anime, if you enjoy boxing or sports anime, it's all of those rolled into one. Do it.
I have a piece of news kind of trending on the random dropped announcements. Attack on Titan is continuing its final season. They dropped a trailer for that on Twitter, it looks like. A bunch of people were kind of throwing it around, retweeting it. Yeah, so I guess it's not going to be just a single movie episode, or it's they're just gonna finish off the season. Really hard to understand what they're doing. I don't know. I just know that they had a trailer for it, so they got some more footage. If you are an Attack on Titan fan, go look that up.
I'll get season 3 for next year.
Yeah, we got a lot of new series announcements over the last 2 weeks, which is cool. So we may not have mentioned your favorite series, but go check it. Go jump on Anime News Network or Crunchyroll, one of those guys, and see if they announce your stuff for my anime list, which we're going to be hanging out with a lot today. Because
oh yeah, I gotta open. That
oh
up.
Yeah.
As our topic of the show, I should really use my anime list to actually keep what I have watched recently on there. But we're going to be jumping into our summer review. We're going to be looking at both the 4 shows, the one that each of us randomly chose, kind of, because none of us did research at my request because I'm a dumb. But we're going to be talking about the shows that we watched as part of our homework, and then, of course, the ones that we ended up watching from summer for fun, and then give a general thumbs up, thumbs down to how was the summer lineup, at least in our opinion. Do you guys want to start?
Did you say open ion?
I did.
I love you.
I guess Taylor has only known me for a few months and doesn't know that I randomly make words sound worse.
No, it's me and Sharif watched this VTuber named Iron Mouse, and she does that shit all the time.
That's awesome.
Instead of pizza, she'll say pizza. And it angers me. Instead of Little Caesars, she says Little Kazers.
Oh, that's horrifying. No, I'll say piazza for no reason. I will add letters.
Nah, I like pizza. Pizza's hilarious to me. But she says this one thing that triggers Sharif so bad that I love saying it all the time. That she'll be like, "Don't ever in the life accuse me of whatever," and every time he just loses his mind. And so we were talking. It was like, what if you did a collab with Iron Mouse? And she was telling you a story. And she was like, then I told her, don't ever end the life. And then next thing you know, everybody hears. Just hear you just ranting, just breathing really hard. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? That's right.
Yeah, allegedly that's what we do here. Do you guys want to start by just going through the 4 we had to do for homework?
I was gonna say we do it like we did last time, where we the person who suggested the anime has to kind of give a small synopsis on it, and then we just go into a general discussion. How's that sound?
That sounds like a fair plan to me. So on my list, actually, I have Taylor first with Oramichi Oni-san. You want to take that one away, sir? What is Oramichi Oni-san about, and how did you feel about it? And then we'll go around Robin. You can just pass the buck to whoever.
To sum up what Oramichi is in like a sentence is, if you're a grown adult and you hate your job and you hate your life, but you like the little rewards that you get. Okay, he is a Oni-san on a children's program, right? It's a program for kids. So he has to, play cheery, happy guy. It's just the funny thing is, he does not hide how miserable he is. And these kids don't help.
No.
Because I forgot what episode it was, but this kid asked him, "How old are you?" And he said, "I'm 27," or something.
He's 31.
Like, do you have a wife and children? No. My dad is younger than you, and he has those things. Why haven't you? Because life isn't fair. Like,
yeah.
Yo.
He goes on an entire tirade about how, like, just because you don't have those things doesn't mean you can't be happy, and all that, like, and then talking about, like, people who are single claiming that, like, being happy while single isn't true and all this stuff, and he is live on the fucking show.
Yep. It's just a bunch of stuff, like, it's a bunch of brilliance. But I will say this, my favorite character is the guy who laughs when he hears a dirty joke.
It's not even a dirty joke. It's like chinchilla.
Here's the thing. It's the things that he laughs at is not funny. It's his laugh that makes me laugh. He has like the most realistic laugh in anime I've ever heard, and it's so contagious. Also, he has the best doggo. But yeah, what did y'all think? What did y'all think of that?
This was an accidental watch for me, even though it was on our list. I was worried because I was like, I haven't done my homework. I haven't watched these animes. But Nina turned it on as a random anime she wanted to watch, and it was pretty hilarious and made me cry because I relate to the character in many ways. I will say that like the concept kind of burnt out with me fairly quickly, so I didn't stick with it for too long. I could probably get back into it, but I'd have to watch like a little at a time, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes like a day. But overall, I do like the concept of this children's show host constantly letting the mask slip and going into dark territory with these children. One of the things I wasn't sure of when watching the show is like, is he actually saying this or is this in his head? Like parts of me did like, are there parts where he's not actually saying those things to these children? Because sometimes the children like don't acknowledge it at all. They just keep going with the show. And I'm like, did he actually say that? How would he be allowed to work on this children's show?
The kids are professionals. They're just
they're professionals.
Move on to the next one.
That's what one thing I was gonna say is like I like that the kids like listen and like they don't get scared of him. They like he's like clearly their favorite on the show, and he really cares about like teaching the kids. But the fact that like they are like so chill about all his weird stuff, and sometimes are even like almost consoling him, is great. Now I only got to watch that again. I was bad. I waited and I did all my homework today because instead of watching any of the shows we were supposed to, I watched any other thing that came into my view. Like I finished like Reincarnated as a Slime and a whole bunch of other shit. So we'll get to that. But Taylor, how much of it did you watch?
Hold on.
Taylor's gonna find it. He's doing some research.
Like a lot of things, I did not finish it.
Yeah, well, because mostly I was curious, like, because I assume you watched a little more than us, and I wanted to know, like, does it start to like evolve as a show? Like, 'cause I know Aaron kind of brought this up already, but the fact that like in the first 2 episodes, it is constantly the same gag, and I was just wondering if like we get to explore these characters more and like why they are like this, or is it just kind of a continuous gag manga or anime about like them doing the same skit in different ways?
According to my Mao, I've only watched 5 episodes. I don't think that's the case. I think I've watched like 6, maybe 7. But to answer your question, it kind of can. It's like it's kind of the same thing the whole way through. It's kind of the same thing, but it's still like fun because in like a future episode, they're like, "Do you want to?" He finally gets a day off, and they make him go on a company retreat.
No.
And he is so pissed off about it.
Oh no.
And he's just like, I had 1 day. That's all I wanted.
Wasn't there like an episode where one of the other staff members like steals his lunch or something? I have actual personal experience with that. That hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was in an office once where we had a mystery of who ate my goddamn.
It still hurts. It still hurts.
It still hurts. Somebody in the office. All right. So like, I was doing a thing. I was doing this. I made 5 burritos for the whole week, stuffed to the brim with like good food. Expensive. Like I made this big mix. It was like a Mediterranean mix, but it was delicious. Whoever this was, they took my burrito, they undid it, ate the insides, and then threw away the wrap.
Oh, that's a monster.
Turns out it was an 85-year-old woman in our office.
Doesn't matter. RKO her. She gotta go. She gotta go. That's evil.
And she never admitted it.
Whenever like stuff like that happens, like I always have this like mental fantasy of if you ever watched the first or the second episode of Great Teacher Onizuka, there's a part where the vice principal in the show is being like a huge jerk to these kids because the kids are being like hooligans, like destroying property in the building because he expelled them, and Onizuka walks up behind the vice principal and slowly wraps his arms around his waist and then just takes him to a full German suplex. And that is the headcanon that plays out for me whenever I think about people like that.
So anyways, real relatable material from the show.
Sharif, what are your thoughts on Onimechi-san?
Good show.
Brief but impactful words from the Shooting Star Sheriff.
I love this new format where we talk a bunch and then we're like, "What do you think, Sharif?" And he just gives us like a 2-liner. And we're like, "Good stuff, Sharif."
It's a good show.
All right. Next up on the list, according to this, is me. All right, cool. So I had Tsukigamichi Biku or Tsukiyomiya Moonlight Fantasy. which is it's an isekai, as always, because that's what 30% of all anime in existence is now. At least 30%. It's a slowly growing number. If you can buy stock in isekai, you'll make it big. So this one is it has some like semi neat twists where it starts up the main character is actually kind of a normal dude. Like he is a big nerd. His dad's a fantasy writer. He's in the archery club. Like he's not like a complete fucking loser or anything, which is a nice change of pace in and of itself. But it turns out that his mom and dad are actually people who were isekai'd themselves, and they made it when they did that. They made a deal, and the deal was that after a certain period of time, whatever they loved most would have to return to the other world. And this guy is like, oh, so if I don't go, then you're going to take my sisters. Fine. I'll do it. And the god Tsukiyomiya hooks him up with some powers, and he gets to the other world, and the goddess in the other world is a pretentious bitch. It is like, you're super average and ugly as fuck. I don't want you to be my hero. Gross. Go over there.
She got standards.
And she's...
No.
And he's not even a terrible looking dude. Like, he's just like a normal guy.
That's what I love. That's what I love about it, because like she's like, what the hell happened? Your dad was handsome.
Yeah.
She's like, get the fuck out of my sight.
Because like straight up, like his parents are like hot, and he's just like a dude.
I love it. It's like the best part to me, and I didn't get far into the show. I was like, this is already the best part. I don't care about the rest.
But yeah, like, so, you know, it's the whole thing of, like, he gets banished to the other side of the planet. Like, the furthest away she can send him in her kingdom. And like, Sodali is straight up like, you're not a hero. Here's, like, a basic gift. You can speak things. Leave. And then it's just him being like, well, I guess I'm just going to try and... I only watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm actually excited to watch more of this. But he's inevitably makes a couple of really strong allies. And it's...
Harem.
Like harem allies, which is fun, and I like what his motivation is that he just wants to see like where his parents came from. Like that is his starting goal. I don't know how it's going to progress throughout the rest of the series. It's actually I one that I do want to watch more of. It's why I realized I like isekai junk food, because I do think it is junk food, but it's fun junk food. And I like that. I just thought it was a cool motivation to be like, I want to know where my family comes from. So yeah, that is Moonlight, super fantasy isekai. I have a dragon waifu and a spider waifu time. That's the whole title of the show. It's a lot to write down. Yeah, well, we have to save Shree for the end. We'll just work backwards. Aaron, what do you think?
It was fine. I suppose you're right. If you were kind of into like this junk food kind of stuff, like it can be entertaining. God bless you, Nina. It is. I like how that it starts. It's like, this isn't like other isekais, and then it's just a normal isekai.
But I don't think it ever says that. Like I don't think
at the beginning it says something very similar. He's not saying it's. He never says this isn't like your average isekai. He's like, in other isekais, this happens and this happens. That's not what happened to me. And I'm like, I guess that's true.
Yeah, like it's him. It's more him being like, so like everybody else gets like a normal adventuring party. I got these fucking weirdos, and it's just like a bunch of bad stuff happening.
That is what other people's normal like adventure party is. Like it's standard.
It's funny because it's become the standard, right? Because like I'm sure if you trace it back to like when isekai began, like it'd be a lot of like the normal, like you go to a world and you make a friend and all these things, like start building up. Now the trend is the opposite, right? Where you get the misfit hero.
Yeah. This is okay. I also only watched the first 2 episodes. So far he's got a pig waifu, a dragon waifu, and a spider waifu. How many more waifus can there be?
Pig waifu. My favorite moment is when randomly the dragon waifu is like, oh, I can make like tiny clones. This one's angry. Just hasn't guarding the village for reasons. I was like, sure, why not? That's a power she can do. And he freaks out and is like, you could do shadow clones? I like references to other things in my anime because I'm that weeb. Not all the time. Just in my, like, cheesy anime, I like it. Like the wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Taylor, I feel like you have words because I know you have feelings with the isekais. What you got for me, buddy?
Before I start, let me preface this by saying I only watched the first episode.
Okay.
It's a shame you didn't even get the spider waifu.
Mostly because I forgot it existed. When I watched the first episode, I got to the part with that bitch, and it rubbed me the wrong way. Because homie ain't ugly.
That's what makes it great.
Homie looks like a regular dude. He lands. He says, "How can I help you, ma'am?" And she says, "You ugly as hell. Get the hell out of my sight." And then banishes him to just to the shadow realm. And now he's just over here with these ogres that look like pigs. I thought they were just pig people, but no, they're like ogres. And I was like, they're pigs. No.
Yeah.
No. Shut up. They're ogres.
Yeah, that's like the Japanese interpretation of orcs is they are pig people. That's why like Ganon is a pig, and there's like all the orcs in Dragon Quest are pigs. Like it's just the Japanese variant.
Ladies, how often are you in the club and you see an ugly ass dude comes up to you trying to get you home for the night and you banish him to the other side of your kingdom?
No. How often does somebody come up to you and like just genuinely ask like, "Do you need help with anything?" and you banish him to the shadow realm?
So I was kind of with it at first. I was kind of with it because I felt like this is not as generic as isekai go. Mm-hmm. You know, it had its its generic moments. Like, of course, hey, you got to come to this other world. Here are some powers. You meet a goddess. She says, "Here's some powers," and then they just start you off randomly, and then you get the kind of weird waifu-esque, but she's a nice person, so it's all good. But then he got to fighting a goddamn dragon. He dominates the dragon, and then the dragon turns into a waifu. And you would think I would be with this as the waifu guy, as the waifu and John Cena guy. You think I would be in to the dragon turning into a waifu, and a cool waifu at that. I like the cut of her jib. However, I was like, yo, why she gotta turn into a waifu? Why come the dragon can't turn into like a little dragon and chill on his shoulder like a little pet? How come
like
he
Mushu?
can't get that waifu? Exactly like Mushu.
Because she wants to be a waifu samurai.
Why? But why come he couldn't find that waifu in like a dungeon or something like normal?
So I think it's gonna be the running thing throughout the series with all of the waifus, because in the next episode, he fights like a big spider, and that spider becomes spider waifu.
Isn't it that she like scans his memories and she's so fascinated by his world? That's the only reason she agrees to like join him, is because she's like, I want to know more about this thing.
To give it credit, by the way, that is a thing I actually really liked in the show, because it is one of my biggest pet peeves where the character keeps that card like close to their chest for as long as they can. They're like, I can't tell anyone I'm not a real boy from here. And I'm like, but why?
Because plot.
I'm like, this is a world where there's weird fucking summon magic. Why can't you, like, they can explode buildings by snapping their fingers. Why is it so outlandish to be like, I don't know, like a god pulled me from another world and gave me this god power. That's why I'm dope.
They might be like, you're not from here, burn the witch.
Try it.
Well, then you've just confirmed their suspicions.
Now they're hunting you.
This
if
is
you
why
weigh
I'm the
as
bad
much
guy.
as a duck.
Sharif, what are your thoughts on Tsukiyomi, Moonlight Fantasy Dragon, and Spider Waifu?
Isekai good.
Very good. Very wise words.
How we're doing this. Well, you can't stay silent for long. I'm pretty sure you're next.
He is, in fact, next, and it's going to be fun. So, Sharif has Battle Game in 5 seconds. Sharif, why don't you take this one away? What is our synopsis on Battle Game in 5 seconds?
Battle game in 5 seconds. Participants play a game where they play. All right, so it's basically like anime Squid Game. I'm for real. It's literally the best way to describe it.
Jesus.
They're all in this They're all in this competition, and then they play games, but they play games in under a time limit, and if you don't win, you die.
Okay.
Squid Game, the anime edition.
Not terribly far off. So, like, what did you think of it? Did you like good, bad, the ugly?
I think the premise is dope. It's really weird. I get Future Diary vibes from it. I don't know if anybody else like.
I've watched all of Future Diaries. It's like one of those few anime, like weird anime shows I've watched all the way through.
It's okay. I never finished Future Diary because that one girl scares the crap out of me.
The end twist is so weird. It's so weird.
But it's kind of like the same. Like people are pitted against each other to for
Death
things.
games. Death games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like death games.
Taylor, you got thoughts on this one?
I forgot to watch it.
Damn it. You too?
Wait, did you not watch it, Aaron?
So I looked up. I didn't know which one of the services it was going to be on, and I looked up Battle Game in 5 seconds, and there was one that was like 6 seasons long, and I was like, it can't be that one. So I wasn't sure what I was supposed to watch.
What it might have been is on Crunchyroll. So I'm gonna give these are some like pro tips, like just info you should have if you are into anime. Is that if you watch anime on Crunchyroll, you can't trust the season amounts and episode quantities on Crunchyroll because they count every unique language as its own season.
Oh no.
So, like, if you go look at, I think it's Battle Game in 5 seconds as an example, it has Portuguese, it has Spanish, Japanese, English.
Which is annoying as fuck.
It's a weird thing. I don't know why it is that way as opposed to just having, like, a drop-down language box. So who knows, but just as a heads up for anybody who's gotten into anime stuff, because I was confused a few times with some of the shows I've watched recently where I'm like, what do you mean? Like, the time I got reincarnated as a slime has 5 seasons already. I'm like, it hasn't been out that long. And it doesn't. It's just that, like, each season is up there, like, 2 to 3 times.
Well, I guess we both forfeit our ability to speak on this one. So, Scott, it's up to you. Is it good or not?
I only watched one of the 2 episodes because I didn't like it, especially because I watched a whole episode of Mother's Basement about it. My tastes were very colored. So I recently got into Mother's Basement and a couple other.
Wait,
anime.
was it the Mother's Basement episode? Because I didn't watch this one. Was it the Mother's Basement episode where he's like, "There's already a Squid Game anime"?
No. That's an actual anime based on gambling.
Okay.
From like the 80s or 90s. But it was one of his like trash tier lists, and he was talking about that. This show, and I started to watch it, and I tried to have an open mind, and I don't know. It like the main character just has that like douchebag feel without any like saving grace to him. Like there wasn't any humanity in that first episode. It's like, oh, you're just kind of an asshole who likes to win at games. Cool. next, I'm gonna go watch The Guy Who Hates His Job more. So, like that was my thoughts. It was like I would rather go watch more of my like generic waifu anime or watch more of like Uramichi. I think it's genuinely fun. Maybe not like in a binge-worthy way, but that's just I think a good series. Yeah, that was my feeling on it. It did not jive with me. It felt the most like jumbled. Like they were just like, what's cool right now? Isekai-esque things, battle royales are still hot. Video games. Do we do video games? That too.
Just a hodgepodge.
We need some waifus in here. Also, like now, people are into like the beardy tough guy thing right now as well. Like the daddy dude. Like putting one of them in there, give him a bandana. Like there's just like it felt like very by committee to me. Maybe it's just me being jaded. It could have been because I saw the video essays. But
did you mean bisexual committee or?
So those are my thoughts on it. And then we're gonna move on to the final one on the list. The most high.
Wait.
What?
Before I give my my riveting speech on this anime, I just now remembered I did in fact watch an anime, and this one's actually relevant because it's new. It's new release on Netflix. They released more episodes of Way of the House Husband, and they are great. I'm sorry, I needed to specify that because I completely forgot about that, and then I was like, wait, Way of the House Husband. I think I remind like when we were talking about the one about where the show with the guy that hates his job, how it's like kind of this. It's a similar joke played over and over again. Then I was like, you know what else is like that? Way of the House Husband. But I fucking love Way of the House Husband.
Way of the House Husband is also a short series, and I think maybe Uramichi would make like benefit from being like 10-minute vignettes as opposed to 23 minutes, because it does feel like vignettes, right? Like it feels like they are stitching together like 4 like mini stories every episode. At least the 2 I've watched. I wonder if it would like read better or watch better if we got just like individual bullets. Like each episode was just like one quick part of his day or one like filming of an episode.
My favorite episode of Way of the House Husband, the like newer one, is where they go to like this
Spoilers, no.
I won't spoil what happens in it. I'll just say they go to a amusement park. In Japan, like amusement parks are like this isn't like a roller coasters amusement park. It's more like this nice park, and there's like little activity centers and places to go like look at animals and places to ride a train and so on and so forth. That I love that episode. It's such a cute episode for the main character. Anyway, so it's on the last anime on the list, and probably the most contentious, maybe that's the correct word, because I don't know what everybody's thoughts on it are yet. So what is that last anime, Scott?
The last one is Sunny Boy. Take it away, Aaron.
Sunny Boy is about a group of high schoolers who are trapped in an alternate dimension. We do not know how, we do not know why, they just are. In this alternate dimension, in which they can travel between multiple different dimensions as the show moves forward, they are each given a special ability, almost like a superpower, but not well-defined or fleshed out. In fact, some people's you just have to get by context as the show goes on, because you're not really sure, where'd Sharif go?
I don't know, but Taylor is now bisected.
He didn't want to hear about Sunny Boy.
I'm sorry, Taylor, I can't fix you. I don't have the technology.
Or the effort.
Yeah.
Am I like cut straight down the middle?
Almost. It's near perfect. like a little more to your left. I'm sorry, it's going to be your right because cameras are inverted. A little more. There it is. Now you are perfectly awkwardly like just cut in half. We've done it.
Hey.
We've done it. Science.
I have to stay like this until he comes back.
Oh no! Why have you committed to this, Aaron? Continue
because
explaining.
This would be amazing.
He's committed to the bit. that's really all there is to the plot or the basic premise of the show. The show seems to be about these characters finding themselves, understanding the kind of people they are. Oh, and
back.
Sharif is back. We didn't really talk about much while you were gone, Sharif. We were just laughing about Taylor being cut in half.
I want you to know that
That'd be
every
great.
time you DC, you
Content.
cut Taylor in half. Think about that. Think about how he
Think about
feels.
what you've done. So yeah, that is Sunny Boy in a nutshell. This is the anime on the list that I've watched the most of, and the only reason I haven't finished it is because at a certain point I caught up to where they were in the show's run, and then like forgot about it because it's hard to keep up with weekly shows sometimes. So yeah, that's Sunny Boy. So I don't know who we're starting with, but general impressions on Sunny Boy.
You choose a victim.
Okay, we'll start with Taylor, because I know Taylor mentioned he had watched the first episode and was conflicted.
I indeed watched the first episode. That was it. I was planning on going back, but I forgot it existed. So
This hasn't been a great seasonal anime list for us.
No, we
I don't-
universally slacked here. It's great.
I think by that time I was just getting into getting back into like the YouTube grind. So I was kind of like focusing a lot on that and like kind of like neglecting anime a little bit. And before I knew it, I just completely stopped watching anime. And it was just like, oh my God. I'm an anime YouTuber who doesn't watch anime. I'm like the rest of these heathens. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know a lot of anime YouTubers who watch anime anymore. I don't know. They just do anime related crap. But I was conflicted because I was mostly confused. Now, I can get down with the fact that the whole school just got into the void. Into the black void. I don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Everybody has a power. Wait, does everybody have a power, or does certain people have power?
So everybody does have a unique ability, and you learn as the show goes on more about that. Not how it works or why it happened, just that more people have abilities that you just don't know about at the beginning. Like, I was very confused in the first episode because at first, like, the only power they showcase is the dumb jock who, like, they give, like, the role of leadership to. And he goes, punishment. But that's not his power. That's the power of the universe at large, or something or that dimension. So the first episode was a bit confusing in that regard. But, and I should mention this, it really does drop you in the middle of nowhere with no understanding of what's happening, and nobody is helping to explain it. You get the general impression.
Confused as the cast.
Yeah, but like even the cast at this point has been adrift for a while.
7 days.
And yeah, they've been kind of they're talking about it a little bit, and so you get the general impression like, okay, they got bopped into this dimension. They don't know why, so you get that, but you're unsure about pretty much everything else. And so it kind of from there starts to ground you in different ways a little more along the way, but always it is very otherworldly, which is part of the reason I like it. So it's kind of weird because it can be weird when you're watching it because you're like, I have no fucking idea what's going on, but that's kind of the point. All of it feels as otherworldly as it is. So I don't know. But yeah, I get the confusion. I was very confused for the whole first episode.
I think I liked it because it reminded me a lot of not Ghibli films.
Summer Wars, that guy's art style.
Yeah, like Summer Wars, like that type of like aesthetic. And animation and stuff. So it hit me right here for being like a new like anime, but feeling nostalgic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
So I was like, I'm kind of into this. I'm confused, but I'm interested. I don't know why that chick jumped off the fucking roof. I don't know why she jumped off.
So that's the thing that actually gets explained like at the end of episode 2,
Yes.
which is neat. So uh, like little bit of spoiler for you, but at like the end of episode 2, they reveal what her power is, which is compass. She is supposed to be the one to help them find their way home. That's why she like mentions it in episode 1 that she sees something up in the
Yeah,
sky. She sees the light.
Right.
She's the only
No
one that
shit.
does. And that's like it's a neat thing. Like it's a subtly like slowly building show. I think I am interested in watching more. I was surprised because for as weak as I think the overall lineup of summer looks, I think we mostly got really interesting picks here. I know I'm like a little bit doing like a post season review here, but like I'm like 3 out of the 4 shows we watched I think are like things that I want to watch the rest of. And Sunny Boy is just like really intriguing. Like it's something
Wait,
that I want to
wait,
watch in
wait.
like 1 or 2 episode bunches.
Wait.
Yeah,
Wait. Am I high?
maybe.
Did we pick 2 shows to recommend?
No, we each picked one.
One.
Because
One
I
show,
remember.
2 episodes.
We had 2 episodes.
Okay. All right. Because I now I remember. Because I remember recommending 2 shows, but I
think you were
it
stuck
was,
between 2.
Yeah, I think I was just stuck between 2 shows, and I picked the fun one over the sexually frustrated one. Okay, all right.
Good choice. But yeah, Scott, what were your feelings? I mean, you kind of mentioned your feelings on Sunny Boy. You definitely want to keep watching it. Did you enjoy the overall aesthetic?
Like the art style caught me from when we first like talked about it in the news segment
Yeah.
months ago. I like that like more like Hosoda's kind of style. Like
Yeah.
the this like once again like dream team put together by I believe it was the guy who did One Punch Man being like, I'm gonna build a super team because I can. And so like the animation is beautiful. The one thing I was a little concerned about is the color palette is so dark in episode 1, and when you get to the end of episode 1 and they leap off the roof and it's
so great.
fucking bright sunny blue skies and everything, I was like, all right, you got me. Like I'm in. Like what's next? Like
They
the world
burst
just
onto a paradise
expanded
island.
so much, and like it's interesting like watching them learn the rules. I really like the scientist dude who just makes Super Mario Brothers power ups.
Yeah, okay, so this is kind of I know this seems maybe like a weird underrated thing, but like how often do you see an Indian cast member in your anime? Like that was a really cool and so like I don't know if this is more of a common thing now, but like this is also the case in Squid Games. There's an Indian character in that South Korean film because of I guess immigration status type stuff. But like it's cool to see like an Indian character in Sunny Boy in like an anime who's like unapologetically just very clearly Indian. He looks very different from the rest of his cast members. It's so great. And I love his character too. And his power is never like really fully explored either. He can just manifest stuff, I guess.
Yeah, he like makes things in these little boxes, and he calls them toys.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like we get to see one briefly used, and it just makes the girl look like she has a Tanuki suit on for Mario.
Yeah. My favorite in like little joke thing is the Nyamazon.
Yep.
Fucking brilliant. Love it.
Which is also what her power is, which is really fun.
It is. It is her power.
So in episode 2, you see her briefly in episode 1, but in episode 2, one of the ways they explain like how they are getting the supplies and things they need is there's a girl who like loves cats, and her power is that she can order anything she wants, and it comes in a box from a like company called Nyamazon.
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 And it has the little, instead of the smile, it's got the little like cat smile. It's fucking, it's so good.
I think I remember her.
Yeah.
She shows up like briefly in one scene in episode 1 where she's just like hanging out in her room.
With all the Amazon boxes.
Yeah. Because she's a rude girl.
But her stuff gets more fleshed out too, and like there are rules to their powers apparently too, like very weird, undefined rules, but there are rules. I love that exploration of that moving forward. Also, the exploration. I don't know if you've gotten to it yet, Scott. I don't know how far you've.
I only
really
got
gotten.
to episode 2, so I only did the first 2.
I won't spoil it because I do think it's really fun. But there's some even more interesting stuff moving forward. I left off on a really weird, ambiguous place where you're unsure. They could have ended the show there if they wanted to do like a strange ending. But yeah, I like that. It's there's more to it. There's even more stuff to explore. There's definitely weird episodes that are just meant to explore character through their strange circumstances. But I don't know. I kind of love it. I love this weird show. I like that there's nothing really else like it. I haven't seen anything like this for a while.
Sharif, give us your thoughts.
Unmute yourself. There you go.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't seen that one. So
Why do we all suck this season?
That was worth the wait.
All right. So with that, my question is: are there any shows that you guys, anybody watched this season from the summer block that you want to talk about? Whether like you really liked it, really like hated it, like anything in between. Is there anything you guys want to bring up?
Hang on,
From
hold
summer?
on. I got this.
Yeah, from summer.
Nina, what did
Okay,
you watch?
all right, hold on.
Oh no, I've just
What did you
tripled
watch
the
this-
length of this episode.
Summer for anime.
Summer?
Yeah, what did you watch that I like caught over your shoulder?
The only other one I picked up that I watched one episode. Well, I gave myself one bonus episode to watch because I think it's an ongoing show now into fall. Is I watched the Great Jahai Will Not Be Defeated. I watched the first episode.
Okay, I'll mention this.
Yep.
And it seems fun. It seems silly. Like it's another one that I'm like, this is kind of like junk food, but it gave me a good giggle. It's got some wholesome vibes to it, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but shows like that are just life for me right now. I don't know what it is.
It's them feel goods, right?
Yeah.
I dig them. What do you guys got?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
You did that whole turnaround. Talk to wife.
I was trying to think if
Did it
Nina
come
had
back?
watched
Nothing.
something that I like caught with her, but I don't think so. She was saying she watched Tokyo Sinks, which is a depressing
Right.
show.
Yeah.
She said she watched the Quintessential Quintuplets.
Yep.
And yeah, I can't think. And we watched. I don't think it's from this summer. I really don't know. Cells at Work Code Black.
No, that's from a minute ago. That was a while ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was spring.
And Fruits Basket.
Winter.
Which is also spring.
Yeah. So nothing, I guess, really.
Yeah, no, the only other two things that I like really watched to any extent, as far as like that were seasonal, are and they're not even actually seasonal because they're only seasonal because we only got them here in the States during summer. Is I watched part of Shaman King and I was real sad and I stopped. I loved Eden Zero, but I've talked about that a bunch on here. It's just it's a space fairy tale with the like Nakama power like dialed up to 11. Like, heroes, just like, we're not gonna, like, just from the beginning, we're gonna be as obnoxious friendship, power, unite from the beginning, just as much as we can. And Happy's a gun now. So, I was into that, and then, my love of that time I got reincarnated as a slime continues. I finished that a few weeks ago. That was very fun. I'm glad to report, nobody tell Crunchyroll but my app is still broken on my iPad, and it still doesn't play ads. So I only watch Crunchyroll on my iPad now. Like whenever an ad's supposed to come up, I get a little like quick double loading screen, and then the show continues.
Now that's a glitch.
Yep.
That's a glitch.
Thank you, old iPad.
I'm excited. I already have my pick for fall.
Well, we still gotta see if Taylor or Sharif have any shows they want to talk about from summer.
Do you want to go, cuz, or you want me to go? Either way, I got a speed run.
I have no comments.
He's just like, I'm not talking.
I'm not talking.
Okay, all right. My turn. All right. Speed run.
I'm bracing.
Shit. What is actually? I can't. The case study of Vanitas. Kind of fire. Horny vampires.
That sounds fun.
I have not been into vampires like heavily, like really into something with dealing with a vampire since I forgot what it's called, but it was like a movie from like the 90s with Jonathan Lipnicki. Yeah, I remember that kid. I think it's like my mom's on a date with a vampire or something.
I know that movie. I love it.
That was the last time I was into anything to do with vampires. The last thing I watched that had vampires in it was like Twilight, but don't judge me. I was trying to get laid. I didn't get laid, so we're not gonna talk about that. But Vanitas, it's kind of like the story of like this guy whose name is Vanitas, right? Go figure. Like he has like this book, and this book is supposed to bring about the destruction of the vampire kind, but he's using it to save vampires. Because vampires are trying to like have like integrated into like society, and they're like just like normal people, like walking around. They eat normal food and everything. But every now and again, one of them will have like, I forgot what they call it. It's like madness or whatever. They start to crave like human flesh and blood and stuff. So they become like savages. And so he comes and he tries to save them with the book that's supposed to kill them. So there is that, but there is a lot of just sexual tension.
Because if we know one thing about vampires, it's that they're thirsty.
It's sexual tension. Okay. Then we got what are you? Kanajo Mokanajo, girlfriend. Literally, guy cannot decide between his girlfriend or a new girl who confessed and is so cute he can't tell her no. So his girlfriend says, "Just date us both."
Weird.
He tries to have a polyamorous relationship, and it's weird.
It is.
Not
It's
that
weird.
polyamorous relationships are weird, just that his specific,
Yes,
like,
very much.
his specific deal is stupid and weird.
It is. It's a show that's stupid and like this much entertaining, but not awful.
The horniness keeps bringing Taylor back. He's like, just when I think I'm out, I'm
Like,
right back in.
It drags me back in. Now, Bokutachi no Remake, anime about guy who didn't take a chance in his youth to follow his passion, went more toward like a safer path. During like his safer path, he decided to take a step out and kind of like manage. Like he wants to. I think it's either he. I don't remember what it is. It's either game making or filmmaking. I'm thinking it's filmmaking because they had to make a film later on. But basically, he branches out, tries to follow his passion, goes to works for like a new studio. Studio shuts down. So now he's like 30. He's like, man, I wish I would have put in effort into this when I was 18. Gets put back when he was 18, and now he's just starting all over again. Fun show. Really, really enjoyed it. What else? We already talked about Jasama. Oh god, Shinigami Bochan to Kuro Maid. Hold on. What is the Duke of Death and his maid?
You mentioned this one before, I think.
Right. I love this show. Didn't finish it, but I love this show. Oh. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's about this guy who gets cursed by a witch, so everything he touches just dies. So his family banishes him like out so he can't hurt anybody or anything. They basically just cut ties, put him in like some like mansion in the middle of the woods, and they send one butler and they send one maid. And the maid is the maid just likes to tease him a lot. They call it sexual harassment. I guess I don't know what sexual harassment is because it doesn't feel like sexual harassment to me. It's kind of like the same way that like Nagatoro is bullying Senpai, and I was
that is called sexual harassment in most circles.
Yeah, see,
But if they both enjoy it,
It's sexual harassment.
Well,
Let's not confuse our audience here.
Like, I can understand if it was like he legitimately didn't like it, and she just kept doing it. But they literally love each other. They literally said it, like in several episodes. So I find it wholesome. I don't give a fuck what fuck.
It's wholesome if you are, if you have a relationship with another person and you're both teasing each other in a way.
we don't kink shame you, Nagatoro crew. If you're into that,
You're
senpai,
damn right. You're damn right. You better not kink shame me. No.
HR would
boy.
like to speak to you on Monday.
Joke's on you. I'm self-employed, bitch. Now,
you just
Peach
like
Boy
turn around and
Ribs.
it's just like one of the waifus sitting at a desk.
It's
He
Hinata.
turns around and you have an email from yourself being like,
like,
we need to
Hinata's
talk.
just like, sit down.
Sit down.
And I'm like, oh god. Hinata, no. Peach Boy Riverside. I don't know how to explain this. I really don't. It's a very random show. Extremely random. Kind of good, kind of trash. It's like in the middle. I can't even explain what it's about because
Do
I
you
don't know because I
guys
didn't watch.
Remember like 15 minutes ago when Taylor was saying he doesn't watch anime?
Yeah.
And he has now put us collectively to shame.
I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to talk about that. I do not want to talk about that one either. That one's trash.
See?
That one's trash. Isekai trash. Didn't watch it. Scarlet Nexus. Cool game. Mid anime. Remain. Remain is an interesting sports anime about water polo.
Okay.
The main character lost his he went into a coma. He lost his memories after like a little car accident, and so he was like at one point considered like one of like the top players in the sport. But since he was like in a coma for like 5-6 months, his body like kind of like deteriorated a little bit, and he forgot completely how to play the game. So basically, everybody else is just like, I remember you as this basic, like this great player, and now you're just like, I don't even want to play water polo. And he's like, I don't know how to play water. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Like I just want a normal life. So then, basically, everybody is just like trying to talk him into joining the water polo club, which is failing. And that's pretty much it. He gets back into the game. He slowly gets his body back in shape. He gets his memories back. Like some, what is it? What's like body memory? What they call it?
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. That's it. Thank you. He got like muscle memory. Sometimes that kicks in, but he's like, oh well, I know what to do. My body instinctually knows what to do. It's just my mind doesn't keep up, and my body's weak, so I can't really do it well. But I kind of got you. It's an interesting show. Once again, like everything else on this list, I didn't finish it. Didn't watch that. Didn't watch that. Didn't that looks like absolute trash? Is that? Is there anything else? Nope, that was it. That was all the things that I at least checked out.
Oh
Good
man,
summer.
man, I feel like I need to like work harder. Oh man, that's
Work
a
hard.
lot. So with that, we're gonna move into our look at fall, which is gonna be basically us picking the next 4 shows we have to watch. So that's gonna be a fun, and this is a much
Already got
more
mine.
like stacked series. Like there's about twice as many series dropping this fall as there were in the summer. Lots of different things to choose from. Looks like there's a lot of different genres like at play. Only like 20% are isekai this time, so improvement.
I got mine. I'm ready.
All right,
Me
well
too.
I'm gonna roll a die to see who has to start it up.
Damn it.
All right, it's Sharif. Sharif, what are you picking as our start here? What is the number 1 show on our list? What is your pick, and what's making you pick it for this fall? And if anybody wants to know at home, we are using the just the list on my anime list. And of course, if any of these shows ends up unwatchable for any reason, whether it's because it randomly gets like Thanos snapped and sent to Pornhub, or it just doesn't come to America right now because Netflix has bought it and says we can have it next year, we'll let you guys know. We'll get a substitution going.
You're saying you won't watch it on Pornhub?
Or you
Great
can
streaming
just,
service.
you know,
I'll get distracted.
or you could just join Luffy's crew.
There, you know, you could. Don't give it up, dreaming.
Yarg.
Sharif, are you there?
Keep it locked for all the great anime goodness.
No, we need you to pick a show.
Yeah, let me think of something. From this season, this new season, right?
Yeah, going off the fall series.
Oh, Digimon Ghost Game.
All right, well, I already started that one.
Same.
Just random thing. This is a me and Sharif thing, I think, mostly. But Sharif sent us this in the chat the other day. But the Vital Bracelet, the Bandai's had this thing for like several months now, which is like an exercise fitness band that is also the newest like Tamagotchi. It's definitely aimed for more like adults. As you like exercise and do things, you raise your Digimon and you can put them in your phone and swap them out and stuff, and they don't die anymore, which is great for me. Also, they don't poop, which I also love. But that is actually the Digivice in the new series.
Wait, so did you get one?
So I'm debating because
The minute you get one, I am going to get one, so I can dominate you.
I already pre-ordered one.
So that's the thing. I'm waiting until next paycheck because I also want to get a TV this month, and
That'd be a good idea.
the
So you can watch more
pre-orders
anime.
exactly, but the pre-orders are also for next year. They don't the ones that are up right now don't release until January. So I would order it and it would just come in months from now. But we're working our way backwards. So we got Digimon Ghost Game from Sharif. Next up is Taylor.
Act OP Destiny.
What was that? What did you call me? Oh, I see
I
it.
told you a whole ass tacked OP Destiny.
This sounds neat. Do you wanna?
Yeah, let's read the synopsis.
Yeah, let me read the synopsis. Sorry if I can't read. The United States of America has been in chaos ever since the emergence of D2s, an invasive species originating from a black meteorite that fell to Earth. A public decree banned citizens from playing any melodies to prevent further casualties caused by the D2s. Hatred for music. Even now, in 2047, this prohibition is still in effect. Humanity's only form of defense against the D2s are the music arts. Young women representing pieces of classical music and conductors, the ones controlling them. Tact, an aloof piano prodigy, finds himself transformed into a conductor following the spontaneous D2 attack. The same incident kills Anna's younger sister, Cosette, and brings Tact into contact with his music heart, Destiny. Searching for God damn, this is long. Searching for a means of stabilizing the pact between themselves, Tact and Destiny, alongside Anna, embark on a perilous journey to the Symphonica headquarters in New York City. Jesus Christ. Tact is in a hurry to reach the city. He can play the piano again, even though his passion attracts the creatures he has come to despise. Meanwhile, Destiny's sense of duty drags the group into trouble along the way, with a D2 infested path and many more arduous obstacles ahead of them.
This is
Will
an
the
entire
trio make
plot
it to
synopsis.
New York City in one piece.
Okay, so it's a quiet place, but only music.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's also really fun. It's a really fun show. Like the animation is a who is this? Mappa? Yeah, Madhouse and Mappa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like tag
Cool.
teaming this.
Phenomenal.
It's also I think Tact is the one that is a cross media project. Is this it? Yes, it is. So it is a cross media project with Bandai Namco Arts and Dina. They are making a mobile like RPG for it. It's one of those ones that they try and do like multiple things, which normally is hot garbage, but apparently sometimes they can make cool sounding stuff. So I'm hoping this is a good one.
Yeah, it's fire. I've watched all 3 episodes so far. It's the only one I'm all the way caught up on.
Nice. Hey, man, what you picking?
All right. I'm gonna go a little sideways for this one. I'm gonna do a slice of life by the name of Deiji Meets Girl.
I was just looking at that. And I was like, I like the art style.
Oh,
The art caught my eye immediately, and I'll read the synopsis. Maze Higa is a listless first-year high school girl who works part-time at the front desk of her family's hotel in Okinawa. Meets an Ichiro Suzuki, a mysterious youth who came alone from Tokyo as a hotel guest. Since Suzuki's arrival, Deiji things have been happening around. I believe it's pronounced Maize. I don't know. Like fish swimming around the room or a giant banyan tree smashing through the hotel ceiling. Deiji is an Okinawan word that means totally or very. Did not know that. So cool.
Have you seen it yet?
I have. I didn't know if there were episodes out currently.
There are 3 episodes out, and they're all 2 minutes long.
They're 2 minutes.
They are 2 minutes long. There is no excuse not to watch the show.
So we're gonna watch the series on that one probably.
Sweet.
But I have seen all 3. It is phenomenal. You get into it, but then it's over because it's 2 minutes long.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. That one caught my eye. Looks
I'll
cute.
happily watch it though.
I will be giving it a watch. And where can I find that? Is that on Crunchyroll or Funimation?
I don't know yet. I can't find these
wait.
on any of them.
Hold on. I think it's on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, when in doubt, it's probably Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll definitely gets more anime because they don't simuldub.
Cool. That is my pick.
Original Lightning Front. Bitch, tell me where you at.
Because I want some like fun, good feel shows in here, and I'm gonna break from my normal generic. Let's go with some shonen shenanigans. I'm gonna go with Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi.
Let's
I
go,
somehow
baby.
knew.
I knew Taylor was gonna like this one.
Let's go, baby.
All right, so Igarashi Futaba's new job would be great if her senpai Takeda Harumi wasn't so incredibly annoying. Futaba hates his laugh, she hates how big he is, and she really hates that he treats her like a little kid. Just because Futaba is short and looks young doesn't make her a kid, and just because she spends so much time with Takeda doesn't mean she sees him as anything but an annoying senpai, or does she? Yeah. So, I think we're gonna get another like Uzumaki-chan wants to hang out with senpai type feel situation. I'm very excited about that because I enjoyed that one a lot.
That one's funny. I love that one.
I might literally go start that one after we get off the stream because I'm that guy. I'm gonna make food and then I'm gonna watch that.
I think I've seen everything that we've said so far already.
But
which is
like,
good
there's
for me.
yeah, it's good for you. There's also just like so many things that like look really interesting. Like there's a few other ones that sounded kind of neat to me. Where's the one like shonen one that I thought actually sounded cool?
Sakugan?
Sakugan, I'm intrigued by because I like the art style of Sakugan.
Yeah.
The synopsis read a little confusing because it's a lot of like in-world terms. But Sahete no Paladin, which is like a adventurer guy that's raised by like 3 undead creatures and then decides to go be a paladin. That sounds
I haven't
like
seen
fun.
that one yet.
There's just like a lot of things that look really neat. I don't know what this deep insanity thing is, but the like poster for it looks wild. We have a new Blade Runner anime coming to I think Netflix.
I was gonna say that.
A lot of stuff. Oh, and the Megaton Musashi anime is out though. I think it's getting pretty bad ratings, which makes me sad because I was hoping it was going to be cool. Because I like level 5. So
There's so much good stuff this
dude,
season.
there's a lot. Like I'm gonna try and finish Mystic Quest in the next like couple days, and then just hardcore dive into some anime because there's so much. But anyway, guys, does anybody have any closing thoughts before we get out of here? Because I'm hungry.
Well, I was gonna recommend some other stuff, but you're hungry. You need to eat. Go eat.
I want the recommendations though.
Okay.
You can go with burger or
a
pizza.
chicken sandwich is lit.
I have a leftover sweet and sour chicken.
That works. That works. Just a couple shows
Wait,
that I watched that,
is
that
this
I kind of like.
this an anime? Leftover chicken?
Yeah, I made it. It's coming out next fall.
It's Studio Madhouse.
I want a trigger animated cooking show.
God, I would fucking kill for that.
I hate. Oh God.
It'd be so fucking great.
Ridiculous.
All right, what recommendations you got, Taylor?
Well, hold on. Let me count how many I actually have.
Let's go with like let's go with a
talked
top
about
3.
that one.
Give me. I need
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a show called Blue Period.
That's the
I
Netflix
think we
one,
already
right?
talked about it. Yes, I'm a straw hat pirate for that one. But yeah. Yeah. There's that one. There's this one I'm on the fence with. It's called Platinum End.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a mixture of Future Diary and Death Note.
Okay.
Weird.
Which is a weird like mixture. But imagine if like Light had Ryuk, but he was also in like a survival game.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
Nina,
much that.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt. Nina gave me a recommendation from this list as well. Medico-chan.
What's that one about?
Let's go.
Miko is a typical high school student whose life turns upside down when she
It
suddenly
gets
starts
flipped
to see
turned
gruesome-
upside down?
Yes, when she.
So let me
starts to
take a minute,
see
just sit right there.
Don't start.
tell you.
You know we have to finish.
Okay, I'm done.
She suddenly starts to see gruesome and hideous monsters. Yeah, so that's kind of like the basic premise. It sounds like is that this girl can see horrific creatures that nobody else can.
Yeah, but she can't react to them at all.
No.
That's the funny part. It's
So-
funny.
Fuzz.
So yeah, that was my fiance's recommendation, which is also on the fall list.
I'm into it.
Thanks, fiance.
There's also more
right.
Mushoku Tensei. Everybody watch Mushoku Tensei.
Right. There's also a show that's called Shimatsu no Harem. Don't watch that. Stay far away from it. It is the dumbest thing that you will ever hear in your entire life. If you want to know what it's about,
I-
there are like 5 dudes on the planet now. So then they have to basically repopulate the planet on like a schedule. But the main character's like, no, I'm in love with one girl. I want to do it with her. It's like, no, the human race is at stake here. Whip it out. No, it's stupid. See that face? That face you're making right there? That's exactly the face you need to be making. I
That's
like
the
titties.
face-
I'm staying away from it. No.
That's the face anime, like, at least a dozen anime studios gave to him when he was pitching this idea.
He's like, now hear me out. What if there were 5 guys on the planet and they were only ate burgers and fries?
And this isn't a hentai. No.
Taylor, I hate you. That got me good.
No, not that.
And with that, I'm done with this show. So, everybody, this has been the Super Otaku Show. You can find us wherever podcasts are served out on the internet. You can also find us over on YouTube at Roman Bear Streams. You can find stuff from me and Aaron at Roman Bear Productions, where we have our video essays and short films. You can find Taylor at TaylorMadeOtaku over on Twitter and the YouTube, and Sharif at the Shooting Star Sheriff on YouTube. Lots of content out there that you can go check out from all of us. I hope you do. And until next time, guys, keep watching anime, and so long.
Peace.